Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you guys are new here. I'm Tiffany with Small Town 6 and today I am bringing you my weekly What's for Dinner video. I actually didn't make one last week because we were on vacation celebrating my 40th birthday, but it was awesome and we got back and we were completely jet lagged and worn out, and I swear the struggle has been real all week long. I have just not been feeling it at all. I just want to go back to that beautiful ocean and hang out. But, you know, this is real life, so we're back to this. I don't know if any of you guys ever feel like that, but I have been so sluggish. So, today I am sharing with you guys some super duper easy recipes for tonight. You know me, I like affordable, I like things that taste good, and I like easy because I don't have time to fool with that stuff. I don't make chef-inspired meals. I just make what I know my family will eat, or I try to get them to eat, because I have been making some crazy recipes lately, and they have not been enjoying it. But anyway, I'm sharing with you some super easy meals. Also, today's video is in collaboration with a friend of mine, Kira. We've actually collabed before. Her channel is 50 Shades of Mom. Love that title. She's a mama of 3. She shares a lot of similar content. She does more vlog style stuff. She has dinner recipes. She shares grocery hauls. She shares just all kinds of content. So, if you haven't checked her out before, I know you'll love her. Go over to Kira's channel and give her some love because she's just an awesome person. And I'm all about sharing other YouTube creators that have awesome content. So let's go ahead and get started with the video, guys. And by the way, I appreciate all of the birthday wishes, all the love that I got from you guys for my trip. I got to meet 3 of my fellow YouTube friends. So it was surreal. It was really awesome. We had a wonderful time. And funny thing is, I don't know if you can tell how short I am, but the one thing that surprised everybody is they all said that I was exactly how they imagined I would be. My personality, everything was exactly how I am on camera. So that made me happy. And the other thing was they had no idea I was that short. So I'm 5'2" on a good day, but everybody was way taller than me. So that was one funny thing. But anyway, I usually have the camera like this, so you guys probably can't tell how tall I am. But I just thought that was very humorous when I walked in the room and everybody was way taller than me. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. And say hey in the comments if you guys are new here. And don't forget to check out Kira's channel when you get done watching. And I will see you at the end. Okay guys, I love Crockpot meals. This one is especially easy and not what I planned to make on this particular evening. But life happens and I needed to throw something together because I was out of most ingredients. So with this recipe, I'm using 1.5 pounds of skinless chicken breast. But I just used what I had left in the bag. And then you also need 1 packet of ranch seasoning, but I decided to put 2 because I didn't measure my chicken the right way. I know it was over 1.5 pounds. And then you add in 2 cans of cream of whatever soup you like. Cream of onion, cream of chicken, cream of mushroom. I'm choosing cream of chicken. That's what I had on hand. And then you're going to add in 1 8-ounce cream cheese, softened and cubed. And you're just going to throw that in your crock pot and you're just going to let that cook for... So then all you're going to do is cook that on low for about 5 hours, or you can cook it on high for half that time. And then you're going to take your chicken out once it's completely done. You're going to take your chicken out and you're just going to shred all of that chicken, and then you're going to toss that back in there. But while that was cooking, you need to take your noodles. You can cook them in the crock pot, but this recipe particularly, you just cook them separate, like 6 ounces of noodles. However, as usual, I didn't measure that. I just used the box that I had on hand, and that made it a bigger meal because I'd already used extra chicken. I probably should have used a little extra chicken soup, but it turned out so good, and then I top it with Parmesan. So here is dinner. This is the ranch chicken pasta, and I just made some oven garlic bread, and then we have salad or whatever else to go with it as a side for a vegetable. But really, really good. I already took a few bites. Gavin's already ate. He didn't want to be on camera, but it's really, really good. Okay, this recipe was supposed to be a crock pot one, but I did not have time to do it, so I had to improvise. But you could throw this in the crock pot. So what I'm doing is I'm browning 1 pound of beef or ground turkey, as you know me, 1 cup of diced up onions, and you're just going to brown that until there's no longer any pink. If you were going to throw this in the crock pot, you would brown your meat first, obviously. And then we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. We're going to add in 1 tablespoon of onion powder. I'm not measuring the Worcestershire sauce. I'm just throwing it in, but you need 1 teaspoon at least. And then you need 1 cup of ketchup. And then you're just going to stir all of that together. In this recipe, I saw on Pinterest, you're supposed to use 2 cups of French's crispy fried onions, but I didn't have that. So what you're going to do is take a 13 by 9 inch pan if you're not going to use your crock pot, and you're going to spread this evenly out in your pan until it's all nice and on the bottom. And then you're going to take your cheese. You need 3 cups total. But you're going to take 2 cups of the cheese and you're going to sprinkle it over top of that. And then we are going to take 28 ounces of tater tots and just put those on top. And then you're supposed to take that extra cup of cheese, which I barely had a cup left, and you're going to put that on top of this casserole. And since we're doing this one in the oven, we're going to cook it at 425 degrees for about 35 minutes. And then it's absolutely delicious. Okay, so here is dinner. This is the new Sloppy Joe casserole. This was supposed to have French fried onions in it, but I didn't have those, so I just left them out because it already had onions in it. I already took a bite of this. It's so good. This is really, really good and so easy. Really amps up the Sloppy Joe flavor. Then I had leftover crescent rolls, and then I just put a bag of the Aldi's corn, like the super sweet corn, in the microwave. And there you go. Easy, budget friendly, yummy dinner. Okay, this next recipe is going to end up on our monthly rotation because, everybody loved it. What we need is a crock pot, obviously. Then in a little bowl, you're going to mix together a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. You could throw extra in if you want, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You're just going to mix that together because we are going to take, you're supposed to take 3 pounds of like chuck roast, round roast, trimmed of the fat. I'm taking what I have on hand from the butcher like a year ago, and you just put it in the bottom of your crock pot after you spray it. Then you're going to pat the seasonings on both sides. You're going to take 1 packet of Italian seasoning mix and just pour that on top. And then you are going to take 3 cups of low sodium beef broth and pour that. And then you're going to cook this for about 4 hours on for about 4 hours on high or 8 hours on low. Once it's done and it's nice and tender, you're going to take that out and you're going to shred that meat. I had to discard the bones because ours had bone in it. Then you're going to place that back into your crock pot, and you are going to add in, it's supposed to be 2 cups of pepperoncini. I didn't have that. I had banana peppers, which is a close substitute and turned out just fine. You're going to add 2 cups of that into there. Actually, you're going to add 1 cup into that. And then you are going to add in 2 red bell peppers, just sliced up. But I am just using some that I had in those little mini mixed bags, and I've just diced it and thrown it in there. And you're just going to let that cook for about 30 more minutes. And then what we're going to do is throw some fries that I've created myself. I just take regular potatoes, kind of dice them up, julienne them, and then I put some olive oil on top and some garlic salt, and I bake them in the oven at 400 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes because we like ours a little crispy. And then we've got some hoagie buns, provolone cheese for these subs, and this is so good. We just strain it out and put it right on top of the buns, and it was such a hit in our house. I mean, everybody loved it. So here is dinner. This one doesn't have cheese on it. It's showing the peppers that are in it. And I did sub out the pepperoncini peppers for banana peppers, which is very similar in taste. So the meat was super tender. I let it cook longer than needed. And this one has provolone cheese on it. So these are the oven fries that I made. These turned out really good. They taste kind of like Five Guys fries if you've ever had them. Just homemade, so much cheaper to make them yourself and cook them up. I mean, a bag of potatoes is like, what, $4 and something at Aldi for a 10-pound. You can chop these potatoes up, throw some olive oil on them and some garlic salt, and you've got dinner. I mean, it's so easy, guys, and cost effective. So there you go. I do have some corn to go with that. It's in the microwave. So usually I make this a totally different way, but I wanted to make it more home style instead of the soup mixes. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a bag and I'm going to take 1/4 cup of, I'm using wheat flour to make it a little healthier. Take 1/4 cup of flour, and then you're going to take 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of salt, and you're going to mix that in this bag. And then we are going to take, it's supposed to be 2 pounds of stew meat. I have a little less than that, but I've trimmed it up to make it like into finer pieces. We're gonna take all that stew meat and we're gonna put it into that bag and kind of shake it around and coat it really nice. And then we're gonna put that in the crock pot that I've already sprayed out. And then we are gonna add the rest of our ingredients, which is going to be, which I've already diced up, which is going to be so I've already got the carrots diced up. We're gonna take 4 carrots sliced up. Then we're gonna take 1 yellow onion diced up, 3 potatoes. I just added what was left of my red potatoes I had on hand. Then we're gonna take 1 teaspoon of paprika. We're gonna take 2.5 cups of beef broth. I'm just using up what I already had on hand. We're gonna take 2 tablespoons or more of minced onion. Then we're gonna take 8 ounces of tomato sauce and pour that on top. Then we're gonna take 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce and pour that on top of that mixture. And you're gonna cook that in your crock pot. You can cook it on low for 8 to 10 hours, or half that time you can cook it on high. So good with some crescent rolls. So here is the beef stew and the vegetables. I usually make it with the onion soup mix, but this is more of a homemade version of it instead of the shortcut one with the cream soup and the soup mix. And then some Hawaiian crescent rolls to go with it. Okay friends, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some super easy dinner ideas for the week. Life just doesn't have to be difficult. I especially didn't want it to be this past week because it has just been a hot mess. I would have just rather not cooked all week. But anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome day. I appreciate you all watching. Don't forget to check out Kira's channel, 50 Shades of Mom, and I'll see you guys next time. Love y'all. Bye.